Welcome back to Dragon Age Veilguard, guys. We are going to continue our playthrough. We're going to continue our playthrough from before, but I thought I would show this on the main menu because I said I was going to mess about with the character creation, and you can only create three player characters. Three. You can get 100 manual saves per character, but you can only create 3 characters. I don't know what's going on. It ain't quite Dragon's Dogma 2 levels of problems, but 3? Clearly they didn't plan on people replaying this a lot, but anyway, I did create a elf mage and I created a dwarf warrior. I can't speak. Jeez, man. Anyway, right, back to Rookthorn. So we are going to continue from where we were before. I did notice as I was, I don't know what it's like now. If I was doing this professionally, I would take more time worrying about it. But I noticed in my previous videos that my mic was kind of cutting off with like consonant sounds and like between words. And I felt like I was mostly speaking at a regular volume. So there must have been something wrong with my microphone filters. So I've changed them around. I'm going to see how much of a difference it makes. The reason I have them on is so that you can't hear this when the control's far away. Let's see if you can. Yeah, you can hear it. Whereas if I don't have the filter on, you can hear every analog stick movement, every step of my dog in the background. You can hear the AC going. So I just need to, it was a perfect balance for my office, but for whatever reason, the setup in my living room is just not the same. Anyway, let's continue. Use the wardrobe to claim your rewards. That's what I was wondering about before. Let's find the wardrobe then. I'm guessing that's just back in the room that we woke up before. And I do, before we find a place to reach out.
That room wasn't there before. I don't think.
Oh, I want to go here. Yeah, I want to go here. As I was going to say, I want to speak to Neve and stuff before we speak to Solas, if we can. Wardrobe. Is supposed to be working? Surely not. That is? Okay. Let's see. So yeah, because I got the yay. I got the what was it? The deluxe? Is it a deluxe edition? I think it's deluxe. So I was thinking I would have the stuff from there, but maybe not. I thought you got one different thing for each person. But maybe what it is you just unlock them for purchase somewhere potentially. Yeah. Anyway, can we talk to Varric? Nah, he's still screwed up. And now we're going to try and talk to Neve, and we'll try and talk to Harding. I think Harding's closer, so we'll just try and talk to her first. Yeah, I'm feeling much better now that I've had a sleep and stuff. Now it's Saturday for me, so I didn't have work today. Workshop. Caretaker's workshop. Upgrading stuff. How will the work? So let's say I wanted to do this, so I would select, and you just straight up use materials and it goes +1. So it's very simplified compared to the other game. Inquisition. It's fine. We don't need to do any of that just now. Because I reckon we're going to find so much new stuff that I don't really want to upgrade the stuff yet. So she's got to say.
Toldar, it's a tunnel. Vedun gar velos atredum. But velos atredum is nothing like Isatunal.
Isatunal. I remember. After you touched the dagger, the prayer, the proclamation, Isatunal. What exactly are you proclaiming?
They don't remember. No one remembers. We don't even know what we lost.
You're busy. I shouldn't interrupt.
Oh, no, wait, sorry. Please stay. We can talk. About the stone. About Isatunal. Maybe explaining it to someone else will help get my thoughts in order.
So what is it? What does it mean?
Isatunal is an affirmation, a statement of existence, of being. It means I am here. But no, not I. I is singular, but it isn't. We either. We is multiple, but also separate.
What?
Isatunal is the eternal hymn that encompasses all time. All spaces. I am, we are, this and that, here, there, now, and forever.
Okay.
What's important is that you're happy.
Happy? Happy's not it. Whole. Right, maybe. I'm certain Isatunal describes how we, the dwarves, once were. But none of the books say anything about it. None of the histories are right. If we forgot something so important, what else did we forget?
I don't know.
I'm sorry. I don't expect you to have an answer. Thanks for letting me babble, by the way.
Anytime. That's what I'm here for.
But I thought while she babbled, I could readjust my camera. There we go. Keep us in the corner. Is my face a bit too big? How do I take up too much of the screen? I think that looks better. Right, cool. So she's kind of trying to make sense of everything that happened now that she's some magic person. Right, Neve. Hopefully Nev's voice actress sounds a little bit less bored now, because she's still like my intended romance, but if she keeps boring the brains out of me, I might have to pick someone else.
Couldn't be one god, it had to be three.
Cool. So, no speaking to her. Let's go speak to our Dread Wolf then. Wonder if this will open up as well. Since he was saying this is a new room.
Ethel Harding must have put my pack here. It makes sense. Better place to sleep than the infirmary. Guess I can spare a few moments to unpack my things.
Unpack. This toy griffin.
Every time I look at this, I can hear that little girl thanking me for saving her village from Darkspawn. She said that since the Grey Wardens didn't have griffins anymore, I could have hers. If I hadn't been there,
That's cute.
I'd never have met Varric. And never had to deal with the first warden complaining I ignored orders.
I was impulsive. I made the right call. I suppose it was fair.
But if it was worth rushing in to save the village instead of waiting for reinforcements, it was worth dealing with the consequences too.
Balance, as all things should be.
Varric and his life lessons. I asked him how we were supposed to stop Solas, and he gave me this. Take a long, hard look at it, kid. It'll always show the face of a hero who can get it done.
Examine options related to gender identity. Choosing one will conclude the conversation. I look good.
A damn good-looking hero, if I do say so.
Except the hair. I do wish I had a lot of hair. Overall, we look good. Chess set, now we're talking.
A peddler gave me this after I
Ain't a
saved
chess
his
set,
caravan
what's
from
that?
bandits. He told me nobles think of ruling like a game of chess, that each move determined what mark humanity will leave on the world.
So this is us kind of... I mean, is this going to actually matter? Are we like building our character's natural disposition? Because like in Dragon Age 2, if you kept choosing the sarcastic option, kept choosing the good option, kept choosing the aggressive option, over time it would change your character. So when he had quips during gameplay, when you didn't choose what to say, it would steer towards the version of thing that you would normally say. Is it doing the same thing here, or is this just pure flavor?
If we don't stop fighting each other and focus on the real problems, it'll be the gods leaving their mark, not us.
I tried upgrading the resolution of my camera as well. I think it was set on default, and I went in and did it at 1080, so I felt like it looked a little bit low resolution when I was looking through the videos as well. I don't know if it's always looked like that or not, but place one more keepsake. Rogue's practice kit. Hey, we've not had to pick any locks. There's been no lock picking whatsoever so far.
Trade. I spent as much time picking locks and mixing poisons as I did training with blades or a bow. It took me so long learning to get the alchemical mixtures just right. But what I learned saved my life more than once.
Okay.
Right. That's better. Now, how do I connect to Solas? Just sleep or relaxing?
Well,
maybe if I clear
maybe
my
meditate
mind.
on the couch, I take it. Oh.
Back so soon. It must have been worse than I had thought.
Hello, Dreadwolf.
Ah, but perhaps I am mistaken. You may be here to correct me, to tell me that my concerns were unfounded. You could not possibly be here to take advice from the one you called the Elven God of Lies.
This has been a big week for running into things I didn't think were possible.
You are adapting quickly?
I need to know what the gods are planning.
You are asking for knowledge no mortal in this world is privy to. If I am to share it with you, I need to know what makes you the right person to lead the fight against Algernon and Gillenane.
I'm the main character.
I stopped you, didn't I?
You disrupted the ritual.
Yeah, I did. Even though I'm nowhere near as powerful as you.
Your plan is to tell me how powerful you aren't?
Back in the Grey Wardens, I was with a group of recruits outside this village dealing with the Darkspawn incursion. Our orders were to wait for reinforcements, but we knew that by the time they arrived, everyone in that village would be dead.
So you led your team of recruits in anyway, collapsing the tunnel and saving the village.
How'd you know that?
You helped Varric pursue me for the better part of a year. It would have been foolish not to learn about who was hunting me.
Then you know that powerful opposition doesn't frighten me. I find a way to get the job done, whatever it takes.
I suppose I was not so different when I started.
Started what?
My rebellion against the Evanuris. The Elven Gods, as you call them. They wish to reclaim their dominion over this world. To accomplish that, they will need two things. First, the Blight. What exists in this world is a bare fragment of its power. The rest is imprisoned, until they release it.
I don't understand. Elganon and Gillenane were elves like you, right? Why would they want to blight the world?
It is my fault. As the Dread Wolf, I was a thorn in their side. When my efforts weakened their grasp on the elven people, they grew frustrated, then desperate.
And turned to the blight.
Once the corruption took hold of them, they were blind to its horror. It was just another source of power for them. Now they would blight the world without hesitation, and call us backward and foolish for opposing them.
The blight didn't escape with the gods?
Elganon and Gillenane escaped largely empty-handed, fortunately. Most of the blight is still trapped in the prison I created ages ago.
So what we saw at that village, that's them not at full strength?
Correct.
The rest of the blight is imprisoned? There's more than what's in the world already?
Yes. Centuries ago, the Magisters of Tevinter opened my prison. A tiny fragment of the blight escaped. That fragment grew beneath the earth and led to the blights that have swept across the world.
Ah, there they use
However
the capital
terrible the
B.
blight is now,
Blight.
it is a mere fraction of what we will see if its full power is unleashed.
What would they need to do to free the blight? And how do we stop them from doing it?
They will need to pierce the veil to reach the blight's prison. My lyrium dagger is one of the few artifacts capable of doing so.
We've already recovered it from the ritual site.
Excellent. Then they will have to make their own. That will give you time.
You said the gods needed two things, and the blight is the first. What's the second?
Followers. They have called themselves gods. And what is a god without worshippers to sing their praises?
You think they want the elves back? I don't think the elven people will bend a knee to blighted murderous monsters.
Agreed. Elganon and Gillenane care little for the elves. They will find worshippers among those hungry for power. Tyrants and bullies. The cruel and the corrupt, who fear their own vulnerability and seize any chance to feel strong. If you hunt them, they will lead you to Elganon and Gillenane.
Thank you. I'll go poke at the cruel and the corrupt, and we'll see what we find.
Beveravas, the Lighthouse Eluvian, can take you anywhere, if you master its secrets. Have you done so?
Not yet, but we've got one of the Veil Jumpers working on it. She'll get it sorted, and we'll see how it goes.
Yes. I suppose we will. And when you speak with Varric, please tell him that I regret what happened.
All right, cool. Oh, this is the wardrobe? Or was that the same one as before? I still want to know where this stuff I was supposed to get from the deluxe edition is. There's no way any of this is it. Yeah, there's no chance this is it. Not sure where it is. This is a hell. Nope. It's all lies. All lies. Oh well. It's not too important. Decoration what? Hello? Ah, you can just move your things around. Oh, crap. Let's go. Talk to Varric, so he'll be awake now. Jump. Is it the jump's a bit weird when you're sprinting? It kind of stops all your momentum before you leap. You don't leap with the momentum for running, it kind of drags you back. And that's what kind of makes me feel weird when I'm trying to do jumps.
So Solas told the truth about the gods.
You heard? It's bad, Varric. If you'd seen Demeter's crossing.
The team needs to act fast. And it can't do that with me leading from a bed. You've got to take point on this.
I can't do what you do. I've barely been holding it together in the short time you've been out.
You don't need to do what I do. You just need to get it done. Rook, when I put this team together, what did I look for? A detective to find the Dreadwolf, and a scout to get us the lay of the land. Exactly the people he'd expect me to recruit. Disciplined, predictable. And then there's you. Remember when we first met, kid? I watched you lead a few misfit recruits and push back one of the biggest darkspawn hordes I've ever seen.
Just needed to find the right strategy.
And no other warden found it. You stopped that horde. Had to drop a town hall on it, but you've got a knack, kid.
For what?
Finding a way through the wildest shit I've ever seen. With a plan that no one expects. On the best day of his life, Solas wouldn't see you coming, Rook. And don't worry. I'll still be here to talk if you need me.
There is something. When I took over at the ritual site, I had to make a call on who came with me to knock over that statue. It was the first decision I made leading this team, and Neve got hurt because of it.
You made a decision with the best information you had. Sometimes you do that, and people end up hurt. Or worse.
What would you have done?
What would I have done? Probably gotten myself killed and failed to stop the ritual if you hadn't stepped in. A good leader isn't someone who never makes mistakes. It's someone who admits when they make one. That's how you earn their trust.
I know a few managers that could do with than that.
Demeter's Crossing was awful. While we were there, we found one survivor, the mayor.
You sent him to the wardens, right?
Not everyone was happy about my decision. We're just starting out and I'm already losing their trust.
The key to earning the team's trust isn't to only make decisions everyone agrees with. It's showing the team that they can tell you whatever's on their mind, even if they think you're full of crap. And know you'll listen.
Did Neve tell you about me talking to Solas in the Fade?
I had some good arguments with Chuckles back in the day. I can't imagine being stuck with him in my head. But how are you feeling about it?
Kind of indifferent, to be honest.
It doesn't matter how I feel about it. We can't stop the gods without what he knows.
And there you go. You don't have to love him to deal with him.
He also asked me to tell you that he regrets what happened. Hurting you, I mean.
Chuckles is sentimental. He could burn the world down, and the thing that would make him cry is a single flower with blackened petals.
I'll let you get some rest.
You're gonna be fine, Rook. Hey, one last thing before you go. I've been racking my brain thinking of contacts who might help us with these gods.
You got any ideas?
Nothing. But being a leader isn't about having all the answers yourself. It's about knowing who does. Neve has connections to a whole world that Harding and I barely know. Might be worth talking to her.
Will do. Thanks, Varric.
Anytime.
Okay, time for Neve's voice actress to redeem herself a bit and sound not bored. I talked to her before. Yeah, I need to do it now. Wish it was like Metaphor where Fantasio could just ride my sword or something quicker. Just got her hair down, that's good.
Hey, Neve. Hi, Wisps.
Yeah, they're still here, but you're here for leads. You want allies to go after the gods? I've got places to look, if we can get anywhere but Arlathan.
Valara's working on it. What have you got?
Let's start with the angles we know. The gods are corrupt magic personified. Who do we hire to fight that? First, the Antivan Crows.
You want to fight gods with assassins?
Not just any assassin, their most feared mage killer, the Demon of Virantium.
Working with a feared mage killer doesn't bother you?
If he doesn't have a contract out on me, it's not a problem.
It's a fancy name. Can he back it up?
That's the question. The demon got his nickname taking out blood mages and Venatori. From everything I've learned, the reputation was earned. I never uncovered his real name, and there's been fewer stories the last few years, but the crows would know. I can set a meeting with their bosses.
Yeah, the voice actress sounds bored when she's doing this. She sounds really bored.
This is great. Thanks, Neve.
It's what I'm here for.
You said the crows were first. What's next?
A trip home.
Back to Minrathous.
Capital city and heart of Tevinter. An empire of mages that knows a thing or two about corrupt magic.
Tevinter Authority.
Won't help and can't be trusted, which is why we talk to the Shadow Dragons. They're a resistance group that fights slavers, blood magic, and imperial corruption. They've got eyes and ears everywhere, including mine. If the gods enter the Empire, we might get something. Besides, I owe them an update.
Are they all mages?
Tevinter might prize its mages, but the Shadows accept anyone. We've all got a stake in the cause.
I get the feeling you have a lot of dramatic stories.
One or two.
So we talked to the crows in Antiva and the shadow dragons in Minrathous.
I wouldn't mind checking in on my neighborhood either. If Balara's ready for us.
Yeah. Should check how things are going.
Move. Right. Meet Balara. So I wonder, are we gonna get to pick which of those ones we do first?
Almost there. I just have to. Shit! Sorry.
Can I help?
No, I've got it. Mostly. Mirrors are funny things, aren't they? Reflections. They distort reality, no matter what you try. And there's the trick. Control that distortion. There you have it.
What is that place?
If I had to guess, it's the Fade. Another part of it, I mean.
Didn't Morrigan say this Eluvian could go anywhere? Didn't think that meant elsewhere in the Fade.
She called it the Veer of Us. Freedom of ways.
Anywhere is anywhere?
I wonder...
What? Morrigan said it could go anywhere. Didn't it mean she meant anywhere on the Fade? Why would you not be able to go anywhere on the Fade? You can go anywhere. That's what anywhere means. Right, anyway.
If you have an idea what that place is, Balara, share it. We don't have time to waste.
Some of the older texts talk about a place in the Fade where all the Eluvians meet. A crossroads where you could travel across all of Thedas in just minutes.
Right. We saw something similar when we were chasing Solas. I wonder if it's the same.
Don't you go to the crossroads in
It is not.
don't you go to the crossroads in I think a different game? I think I am. Maybe I am. In Dragon Age Awakening? Am I tripping? Maybe I'm tripping. Or maybe the Witch Hunt. Again, I might be completely mistaken and just mixing it up with an IP that's got something similar.
I've had enough surprises today, Spirit. Tread carefully.
The wolf's fang. You carry it now. Old paths. A new journey. Through there. I will wait.
Well, can't tell if that's a trap or not. But we're short on options. One way to find out.
And it didn't feel dangerous, you know? Almost more sad.
Just because something's sad doesn't mean it isn't dangerous.
I can think of an example or two that proves that.
And we still don't know what this Eluvian's gonna do. One of us should probably stay behind in case it closes.
Good point.
Just tell us when you're ready to go, Rook, and then we can figure out what's going on.
I do like the fact that Neve's like injuries are healing slowly. They're not just disappearing after one quest. Like you're actually seeing it slowly get less severe. Image party. Right. So definitely gotta take her, yeah. I think just logically, even though it won't actually matter, but logically if I was making this decision, I would leave Bellara behind so that if anything went wrong with the Eluvian, she's on that side to try to fix it. So we'll take Harding. Cool. Well, that'll be the next quest. Into the Crossroads. See you in the next one.